Good morning students, myself Bina Tripathi. Welcome to your online class. See students, this is your environmental studies part 1 textbook of standard 5. Friends, today I am going to explain you in geography chapter 9 maps our companions. The lands in our environment is not of the same height everywhere. See students, the land in our environment is not of the same height everywhere. It means different height is different in different place. This unevenness gives rise to various landscapes, creating different landforms. And see students, this unevenness gives rise to various landscapes, it creating different landforms. Okay students, see students, what are the landforms students? The different shapes of the land which are formed due to the difference in the height and the slope of the land are called the landforms. So see students, landforms such as mountains, valley, plateaus, plain and islands. So this way all these other such a, that means landforms are there students. So which are landforms are students? That means landforms such as mountains, valley, plateau, plain and islands. See students, you have studied this in the third chapter. So you have already studied students in the third chapter, that means various landforms. Okay, on that you see the picture in your textbook having that mountains, valley, hill, plain, valley, all these are you have already learned. Okay students, for a proper understanding of our environment, it is necessary to study the physical or natural setup of the land. And see students, that means for proper understanding of our environment, so it is very necessary to study the physical or natural setup of the land. It is very important. Okay students, standard 4th when we learned about maps. See students, already in standard 4th when we learned about map, we saw a 5000 years old map. This means that man has felt the need to make maps since ancient times. And see students, that means when we saw that a 5000 years old map, so this means that what we have the ideas, what we get the knowledge that man has felt the need to make maps since ancient times. At that time, maps were mainly used in wars. And see, on that time, the maps were mainly used in war purpose, during conflicts, war. While fighting a battle, it is important to have detailed knowledge of the terrain. So see student, that means when they are fighting, on that time they should have clear knowledge, that means detailed knowledge about the terrain. Terrain means what students? An area of land or territory. How the land was there, plateau areas are there, or plain areas are there, or mountains are there, or valley. So because of this knowledge, so because of this detailed knowledge of the terrain means an area of a land, so it is very important. Okay students, it helps in working out strategies of defeating the enemies. And see students, it also helps in working out strategies of defeating the enemy. And this way students, map were very useful for this purpose. And this way students, maps are very useful for this purpose. Okay students, taking into account the difference in their height, shapes, etc., various landforms can be shown on a map. See students, so you have seen the map. Okay, so taking into account the difference in their height, shape, etc., various landforms can be shown on the map. There are different methods of showing these landforms on a map. So let us look at these methods. So see students, it is a activity based. Okay students, so you have to try this. You are going to a fort for your school trip. Just means suppose you are going to fort for a school trip, you travel by bus to a certain points. That means you are traveling by bus to certain points and then get off. The fort is on a hill. So what you do means mention that the fort is on the hill. To reach the fort, you have to cross another hill also and also a valley. Show the two hills and the valley in the blank box given on this page. How will you show that the valley is deep and the mountain is high? See students, so what I said you, it is activity based. So you have to draw that two mountains and also the valley. And because that means, see student, that means you have to cross another hill, okay, and also valley. So you have to show that two hills and the valley in the blank box. So it is a it is this means box is a blank. So on that you have to show that mountains, draw the mountains and value also. Okay students, so it is a activity based. You all know that that means fort. Where is fort? Fort is on a hill, and afterwards, so to first to draw that means hill, and afterward also value. Okay students, and this way to draw two hills and a valley in the blank box. So see, so it is totally activity based, and to show that the valley is deep and the mountain is high, so that also to show that so valley is deep and the mountain is high. Okay students, so it is totally activity based. Okay students, say students, can you tell? Totally cancel. I have marked with pencil. No need to read this or do this. Okay students, it is, that means can you tell, totally cancel in your syllabus. Okay students, see students, back side 4 questions are there. That is totally cancel. I have marked with pencil. No need to read this. Okay students, and the width of a landforms can be easily shown on a piece of paper. However, the height and the depth cannot be shown as easily. See students, that means we can show on a piece of paper length and width easily. That means the length and the width of a landforms can be easily shown on a piece of paper. However, the height and depth cannot be shown as easily. There are different methods of showing the elevation or height of the land. See students, total 3 points are there. First one is counter line method. Second one is layer tinting methods. And third one is digital elevation model. Okay students, so this way 3 points are there. 3 methods are there. Okay students, counter line method. See students, counter line means what? A line joining the location of same height on a map is called a counter line. That means students, a line joining the location of a same height on a map is called a counter line. This method is used to show the unevenness of landforms on a map. The height of the land is measured from sea level. Next point of the same height are identified. So see students, the height of the lands is measured from sea level, and next point of their same height are, that means same height will be identified here. Their position is marked accurately on the map. And see students, and that means and the position also marked accurately, properly on the map. These locations are joined with a line, and see how they are joining students, with a line. Such lines are called counter lines. See map A. In the map, lines are drawn each joining place of a specific height. This way the relief of the land can be easily shown. And see students, that means lines are drawn each joining place of a specific height. This way the relief of the land can be easily shown. It helps us to understand the slope of the land and height of different places. See students, this way it helps us to understand the slope of the lands and height of different places. See students, see the counter line method. See the cross sections of a hill. See the gentle slope. Gentle slope means, see that gentle slope or curve is not a steep, and so the next side it is steep slope. The arrow how they make a steep slope. Okay, so see the sea level. See 0, afterwards 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. That means how they are, the same heights are identified. Okay students, and next see that how that gentle slope, and afterwards see the steep slope. Here they see that it is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. Okay, so these are the differences are there in gentle slope and steep slope. Okay students, so this way you have to observe the given diagram. Okay, and note that when there is less distance between the counter lines, the slope is steep, whereas the distance is great, the slope is gentle. So what you understand students, that means what you have to learn about that, when there is a less distance, okay, between the counter lines, that means distance will be less. See that here steep slope. Okay, the slope is steep, and whereas if the distance is great, next side say that distance is great, now the slope is gentle. That one you have to by heart that. So this is the main important points are the students. That means when there is a less distance between the counter lines, so these are all the lines are there. So the lines are drawn now. That means when the lines are, that means when there will distance will be less, we are saying the slope is steep, and when distance is great, we can say the slope is gentle. So these difference are there. See that, see gentle place, the distance are great, more, and steep place, see the distance are less. So these are difference are there. Okay students, can you understand? Okay, so these are the counter lines method. Okay students, second one, say that layer tinting method. This method is based on counter lines. In this method, the space between counter lines are filled with color. So say what is very important things are in this method. And in this method, the space between counter lines are filled with color. Each color indicates a specific height. And see student, it is not same. Each color indicates a specific height. For example, see that water bodies are colored blue color. Okay, whereas the adjoining land is colored dark green. For adjoining land is colored dark green. Land higher than that is colored light green, and next higher land is colored yellow, and so on. So this way different colors are, it was indicated for different purpose. Study the given color index. Note how the color change with the height. So see students, so you have to study that, how say that height in meter. Okay, and so this way study the given color index. Note how the color change with the height. The color between the counter lines show up the difference in the physical setup. So see student, how see that less than minus 150, see that dark blue color. Okay, and see that after that we can see the 150 to 300, see that yellow color. So different colors are there. Okay, so that way you have to note that students how the colors change with the height. Okay, according to height wise the color was changes. So you already will see that see map B, see that students, see students map B, see the height in meter. Okay, how the different colors shown here according to height wise, see that. Okay, so it is same like that. Okay, that is we can say that layer tinting method. Okay students, third one, digital elevation model. See students, this is the most modern method. In this, the information obtained through man-made satellites. That means how the information obtained, students, through the man-made satellites, with the help of satellites, is presented with the help of computers. And see student, it is presented with the help of computer. See map C. In it we can directly observe difference in the height of landforms. So see students, see student, that means see map C. See students map C. Okay, you can observe that. Okay student, see that, and see that we can directly observe the difference in the height of landforms. Maps made using the above method help us to understand the physical setup of a region, and this is this way map made using the above methods, it helps us to understand the physical setup of a region. In other words, they give us ideas of their height, relief and slope. Using computer we can even find the height of each point on a digital map. Say with the help of that computer we can even find the height of the each point on a digital map. Physical map can be used in military operations, tourism, drawing up mountaineering routes, in making regional development plans, etc. See student, that means for what purpose are the physical map used? Suppose question will come in the exam period. So what will be answer students? Physical map can be used in military operations, tourism, drawing up mountaineer, that means mountaineering routes, in making regional development plans, etc. Okay students, so this is a digital elevation model. Okay students, so this is a most modern method. Use your brain power. See students, see that different heights are shown in the above box. Place of different heights are shown in the above box. Find and join the dots that show place of same height. That means you have to join that. 100 to 100 join that, 200 to 200, that means same value to join that, and 300 to 300. So this you have to make that join with each other, but you have to remember that same height will be there. So what methods of showing the landforms on a map have you used here students? So it is your counter line method. Okay students, so write the answer in the box below. It is a counter line method. Okay students, and you have to, that means the same that means see students, join the dots that show place of same height. That means 100 to 100 you have to join that, and 200 to 200, and 300 to 300. That means we are same That means your same values will be there, same height with that one you have to divide with each other. Okay students. See students, do you know totally cancel? Do you know totally cancel? I mark with pencil, no need to read this. And use your brain power also, totally cancel, no need to read this. Okay students. Many people use map. Many components are shown in maps or outline maps. See students, so many people are use map, okay, and many components also shown in the map or outline maps. If these components are shown on different map in different way, it will be difficult to understand them. And see students, what is the, that means in this are there, if these components are shown on different map in different way, so it will be very difficult to understand them. Therefore standard sign and symbols are used to make the map easy to read. And see students, because of that, standard sign and symbol are used to make the map easy to read or understand. These symbols and sign are universally used for specific components. And since with the help of symbol and sign, so people can easily understand that proper way, and that is why everyone can understand them easily. Okay students. See that conventional sign. See, conventional sign means for students, that means sign that are used to show various things, okay, on a map as per conventions are called convention. Conventional sign, we can say that. These are in the form of letters or geometrical shapes. For example, lines, circles, triangles, dots, etc. Okay students. So all these are the examples of the conventional signs. And next one is conventional symbol. In this symbol will be there. Symbols are used to show various things on a map as per conventions. Symbols are miniature drawing of the respective objects. For example, temples, mosques, forts, etc. So all these are drawn, that this way we can easily understand that. So these are different other students. In conventional sign, examples are there, lines will be there, circles will be there, triangles, dots will be there mentioned. And in conventional symbol, students, example, temples, mosque, forts will be there. So this way you can easily understand. Okay students. Use of sign and symbol in a map helps the reader to get exact and proper information about the place on the map. See students, that means with the help of the sign and symbol in a map, so it will help the reader who read the map, and they will collect the more important information, exact information about the place on the map. A list of the things that the sign and symbol represent is given in the key to the map. See students, can you tell totally activity based? Students, identify the following sign and symbols and write their names in the box. So their symbols are, the sign are there and symbols are there students, so you have to write their names. Okay students. So first one, see that pencil are there, no? Okay, there one girl and boy they are sitting. Okay, so you have to write that in the box, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Okay students. Next one, second one is symbol of Doordarshan. Third one is symbol of toilet. Fourth one is symbol of hospital. See that. And fifth one is symbol of school. And last one is that you also see that in your textbook, Bal Bharati textbook, English textbook. Okay, symbol of Bal Bharati. Okay. So this way it is totally activity based students. Identify the following sign and symbols and write their names in the box. Okay students. Study the list of the sum of the symbol used by Survey of India while making map. Totally cancel students, no need to read this. Next I also totally cancel, I mark with pencil, no need to read this. And do you know also totally cancel, I have marked with pencil, no need to read this. Okay students. Afterwards see that use your brain power also, totally cancel. And afterwards try this also cancel, I have marked with pencil. So what we have learned in this chapter students, maps our companions. So first dot is introduction to landforms. We learn the introduction to landforms, mountains, valley, plateau, plain, all that. Next one is methods of showing physiography. Third one is the use of color to show heights. And fourth point is the use of conventional sign and symbols. So what all these points we have discussed in this chapter. Okay students. Exercise question number 1. Make a list of the various landforms in your surrounding. Draw one of the landforms in your notebook using one of the methods of showing landforms. Second one is, in the following sentence, underline the words that represent landforms and prepare sign or symbol for them. And third one is, prepare sign and symbol for the following components. So all these are the assignment I am giving to you as your homework students. So you have to read this lesson twice, 2 times properly. I hope that you understood this lesson. Thank you.